nobody wants a broken heart. That's both men and women. Nobody, it's hard to bounce back from a broken heart, right? And so it's just trusting somebody with your heart, trusting somebody to not lead you astray, right? Who will do right by you, into um making sure that you are following the right person. Um I always wonder why there's so many wrong people and not enough people who walk with integrity and care, great character. It's so many more people who don't than there are who do,
But there's so many
and that's
people who
both men and
follow.
women.
I agree. There's so many people who follow as opposed to lead. There's so many people who jump on bandwagons as opposed to being trendsetters. And it's up to us to identify the difference. And it's really easy to identify if you pay attention. If you take your time and you pay attention, it's easier to follow to find a follower and distinguish them from somebody who's a leader. But unfortunately, we don't often take the time or want to invest the time to do so because we're excited, because we're, feeling, because we're feel like we're taking time for granted. There's a lot of reason for it, and on both genders. But the point is, yeah, you're right. We don't take the time because I feel like often we're unhealed before we go into our next circumstance from being hurt. And
Mhm.
yes, you can bounce back. You absolutely can bounce back. Unfortunately, we just usually don't because we're harboring, we're being hard on ourselves, we're feeling like a failure instead of just, taking it with part of the territory. We wouldn't know we wouldn't know love if we didn't have stress.
Say that again.
I said we wouldn't know love if we didn't know stress.
You saying strengths or stress?
Stress. Because in order to in order to understand what love really is, you have to go through some pain.
I don't think that's true.
Okay.
I think for some it is. And,
I,
and, it, and it turns into that. I do think that you have to go through some pain, especially for men. They
well,
gotta
what?
go through some pain to realize they love you. I don't think that that's the same for true. I think that I think women are created to love. Like we are lover, and I think that it's to the point where it's our weakness. Okay,
No,
I
no,
think
no.
we're emotional. I think that
I'm sorry.
let,
No,
let me.
no.
So I think that women are emotional beings, and I think men are more logical. Now,
Uh,
can do they both have a little bit of one or the other? Absolutely. But for me to love you, I don't have to go through pain. I don't have to go
well, the
through
whole
pain
thing
to love
is,
a person.
I didn't say everybody got to go through pain in order to love. I said we wouldn't know love if there wasn't pain. Not specifically each person. That in order for when love existed or was created, it was like when Cain and Abel. We
Mhm.
didn't know murder before. It was all love until that pain of him, his jealousy or what have you, caused him to do that. So now we know the difference. Okay, that's not good. That is good. So I'm not speaking specifically to every individual. I'm just using it
Okay.
as a
In general.
metaphor.
Okay.
Yeah, a metaphor to kind of understand that you it might come with the territory, and you can't just you can't allow it to just change your whole heart, your whole um, idea of the concept of love, or just dishearten you. Because what happens to what you're saying is we get hardened hearts, and with those hardened hearts, it's hard to really embrace or enjoy love again until that heart softens, until you, and that's both men and women. Men are I I have when you said men, you're emotional, and why I was saying no, no, no. We all are emotional and logical, and we both use it pretty often. You want to see you want to see some emotional men? Go to prison. Bunch of men who were emotional, who couldn't handle uh not getting their way, who couldn't handle their emotion and just acted out on it and did something that put them in that place. A bunch of them.
Yeah, you right. But as in relationship. I'll talk about relationship, partnership, companionship. That's
Right. And what it is that there are times, for example, where again men are very emotional, and what women do is you soothe us, you calm us down, you make us start to think again. How many times have you been in a relationship and your man flipping out, and you're like, hey babe, calm down, and he only listens to you and he simmers down. You tame a wild beast, so to speak. And that's part of the attribute that you bring forth to a man. You calm him down when he is out of in his emotions and out of control. And guess what? Vice versa. He's there to calm you down when you're out of yours.
That's true. Any more questions, Marky Mark?
About to land that.
Unless you have
Mark
a
said,
final note, Mr. Sean.
um,
But I thought
I,
you brought some good points. I like
Mhm.
that. I like it. I like it.
well,
For
thank you.
you.
I mean, the final note is don't give up on love. It still is there. Just uh, we gotta not fall victim to our hardened hearts. And we all, once we get hurt, our heart is hard. But if we recognize that it's hard, and we might be able to do something about it and get it back to a place where it can receive love again, and it can receive, uh, the warmth that it's supposed to. Because you said women are born to love. I think people are born to love. We learn not to. We
Yeah.
learn a lot of those attributes that are selfishness. We learn bitterness. We learn prejudice. We learn a lot of different things, but we all were born to love. It's not a child that I've met that is not smiling and enjoying and understands nothing but embracing you because you are someone they're connected to.
Because if you stop giving them that nonsense attention, she'll fall in place.
Well, what's interesting about
The
that?
nonsense only gets the nonsense only sparks or gets it is the way it is because it gets attention. It's working into somebody, right? If a person who you say is this is the thing. People are like, well, is she getting married? But who is getting married? Even the good girl ain't getting married. You know? You finna leave? Oh, wait, we gotta close it out then. We gotta get
About to go on the whole subject. Y'all can keep talking. That's why I was gonna let it run.
You can't leave me. You can't leave me.
Uh-huh.
That's one of them little 80s dances. You used to have people dancing like this in the background of your rap.
No, I was probably dancing like that, but I